Fig Hacks. That's what I'm calling my new custom show. This week, it is Roman Reigns TLC 2014, when he returned and kind of saved John Cena from Big Show's wrath. Now, this is a really kind of cool, kind of odd attire that I don't think he wore that much. Maybe just a month, maybe 2 months, maybe a whole year. I have no idea. But it's kind of like bright, shiny, glossy, and this was a challenging one to do because the front of his vest looks so odd when you go and look at pictures or even the video, because these portions are glossy. So trying to do that without glossy paint to kind of recreate the imagery, I don't think it was that successful, but like if you Google an image of it, you kind of understand what I'm trying to do. And I also don't think it helps that there are white portions just randomly on the outline of the vest, which is a kind of really interesting costume design, and that's why I chose to challenge myself and make this. And I did some more detail. I added some stubble to his beard. That was a challenge. I had to go in with like an X-Acto knife and kind of stab the face to give some little holes for the paint to go. I found this tutorial, a 6-scale tutorial to do it, but I figured I can do it for this one. And I think the stubble looks really good on Roman Reigns, and it's that type of detail that you're not really going to get from Mattel. And maybe in an upcoming Fig Hacks, I'll do that to Dean Malenko, you know what I'm saying? All right, so how can you do this yourself? Pretty much you're gonna need a lot of gray, 50 shades of gray. Ha 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 ha, not really. Just do gray on the outline, and then I'd definitely recommend you get some glossy black to do these sections, which I didn't do. I tried to fake it, especially there, and it doesn't look that great, but it looks acceptable. The most difficult part, I'd absolutely say, are the white spots. Those, I wish you the best of luck on those, because those really gave me trouble, and it definitely does not look that great. But if you do look up images, you do see that he has it, so it's kind of weird. And then on the pants, you're going to want to make his pocket top look a bit camo. I didn't see pictures of the back, but I kind of based his pants back pockets on the latest battle pack, the blue one, so I don't know if that's right or not. And then you're gonna want to do his stubble, which might be a bit challenging. I put the tutorial I found in the description. If you don't want to use knives or anything, just use paint. You can probably do a pretty good job. Honestly, I don't really see much that the knife helped me. And then paint his hand and you're all set. You got Roman Reigns, so you can believe that baby girl, yeah. I also attempted to add his logo to the back of his vest. It's not the greatest, it's like a decal or something, but I think this is a pretty good Roman Reigns figure. And personally, I'm definitely going to research ways to fix the front of the vest, because it isn't as successful as the rest of this piece is. I think the face was super successful, the pants is easy as anything to do, but the front of the vest, you can look up pictures of it if you don't know what I did. It was a challenge, and I wanted to challenge myself. Roman Reigns is kind of cool because he does wear like the same costume, just kind of changes the color, so you might see some more of him on Fig Hacks. I saw what you all said about my Seth Rollins and maybe some requests for the future. Nick Storm and Jerson Darlig said, why don't you do a Finn Balor? Well, here's the deal. Finn Balor, I'd have to do a lot of work. That would be challenging. And I like to do things easy. Like this was the most challenging thing I've had to do so far. And so I'm going to hold off on Finn Balor until WWE puts out a figure, Mattel, and then maybe do it myself. Sports, bam! Do a Triple H custom. I already did. It's right here. It's really good, right? It's a joke. Wrestling Fan Guy, make a custom Jeff Hardy. That would actually be a really cool idea. Although I'd have to get one of those bootleg Jeff Hardys or use a Jack's head, so I'm not quite sure how I'd go about doing that. I don't really want to purchase a bootleg Jeff Hardy, but we'll see in the future. Tina Puritan, Bad News Barrett from SummerSlam. Okay, here's the deal with that. I hope Mattel makes a figure of him, because that's going to need some sculpting to be done for his cape. but I think that costume's amazing. Dooney50, Zack Ryder. I was just thinking right before I started this video, hey, I should do a Zack Ryder. Then I looked at the comments of the previous video to address some of these comments, and yeah, maybe someday I will. Justin Terrell, make a Dolph Ziggler custom of his attire from Raw after SummerSlam. Yeah, I'd love to. That would be really cool. And both Michael Smith and Muhammad Rayan said, new John Cena. Well, here's the deal. Mattel's probably going to make one, but I might pick up like another t-shirt series John Cena and just totally, I'm figuring out how to do decals and stuff. I think you can just like get waterslide printouts, and I think that's how they do it, and you just print it out and put it on, so I might do that someday. And I use Citadel paint just like Glenn Webb. Basically, I'm copying Glenn Webb. He has amazing tutorials on his YouTube. I'll link them in. But yeah, some tips of mine is if you want the logos and stuff, you can get them inkjet. I don't have an inkjet printer. I have a laser printer, so I'm going to need to look forward to get a inkjet printer. Casey Laymore, try a custom Rusev. Yes, absolutely, Rusev is the one I want to do. I want to kind of make a NXT style Rusev, which would utilize some sculpting, but I feel like that type of sculpting is something that I could handle. So here we are. Thank you for those comments. And this is Booyah, Roman Reigns. Thank you for all your comments. Again, hit me up in the comment section. Tell me what you think. Tell me if you have any suggestions how I could do his vest better. I'm thinking just glossy black paint, which I didn't have. So probably shouldn't have uploaded this video, but hey, you might have enjoyed it. And also, speaking of that, you want to see a little preview into my studio? Follow me on Instagram at Tommy Toy Travels. And hey, while you're at it, follow me on Twitter at Tommy Toy Travels. We can have nice conversations. You can ask me questions about my customization, where I get my brushes, where I get my paint, all that jazz. And if you haven't subscribed yet and you're enjoying this, why don't you subscribe? Cheers. Have a great day.